Hello everyone, this is Krazy, aka Why Must I Sign In, and I might be having Jack jump in here to join me later, but right now we're
User
just
joined
getting
your
things
channel.
started. And so, hi Jack, I am now streaming.
Alright.
So I guess there is a New Horizon tournament at the end of this month. Registrate for tournament. Oh, those English words, overpowered. And so on the blue team, we have Azul playing a DC, Wash playing a frigate, Dana playing a carrier, opening Plasma, ZDM playing Colossus, opening ones, Boomer opening Guardian, going range, OG playing Dread, going 5 Gats. On the red team, we have Kurtis opening Plague, Predator opening Missile, Ghost opening Imp, Alpha opening, well, he's Leviathan, so Crack opening Feedback with the Special Arbiter, and Thomas opening 4 Gat, 3 armor with 0.51 speed. So both teams have a tank in the side lane. Dana's actually carrier in the middle.
We
And
ever
then
got fed back?
it's kind of an interesting mid lane. I think it's going to be a little bit tricky for the red team in the beginning here.
Yeah, they don't really have a tank in the middle.
Well, neither team has a tank in the middle, but they don't have much damage in the
Yeah,
missile
they
either.
have 3 supports.
Yeah, so the Leviathan with the only one missile boat in the middle seems kind of risky to me, because the Leviathan is going to do better if middle pushes. But it might
It
be
looks
fine for
like
them.
OG just backed off. He was about to push. I think the blue could push him right now.
Well, they are slowly pushing, and they're on their half of the map.
Oh, they
You know,
just got
they don't
double
want to
flag.
take too many flags or get into a weird position. And
Yeah.
you know, they do got to watch out for Thomas because he is kind of keeping ZDM more toward the actual middle. But this is a pretty safe place for blue to be farming, where they're still getting some lead, but not really in much danger of getting jumped.
Yeah, Alpha's pretty hurt. He can't push on the side.
Looks like Dana took at least 2 flags,
Yeah.
as with Azul.
Yeah, I think they both got double flag.
And so there's actually no support from the blue team. There's no risk of stasis nuke, which means that the red team, once the blue team does finally have to back off.
Oh, he did get the barrage on Predator. Predator's hurt.
Yeah, Predator will have to back, but
Yeah, he's gonna have to heal.
blue
He
team.
stopped for a second.
Yeah, blue team will still have to back at around the in another 20 seconds or so, I would think. You know, maybe they're gonna
Yeah,
go all the way
Boomer's
to
plugging
5:30. They could stay here for like another minute, but I think it's becoming increasingly risky because so many of them are low. Let's see. We got Kurtis coming out. He's still on Plague, just getting more energy. Ghost, it'll just more energy. Predator up to 6 missile, 8 range. And so there's not a huge risk for blue team at the moment, but yeah, they're backing off now. This is kind of what I was expecting. It's like
Yeah, Predator with 6 missiles.
yeah. And then Thomas got 5 laser. Kind of an odd choice, but they're considering the carrier on the blue team is still 0 int. I'm kind of surprised he jumped to 5 laser right now, but whatever.
Alpha has 5 battle swarm.
Alpha.
The Leviathan.
Oh, right.
Alright, OGKush has.
Yeah, he just wanted to be able to
protective
kite the dread a little bit. And so the longer this game goes on, with the opening build as they are, blue team wants actually kind of a bigger lead right now than they have. Because I think this is going to become increasingly hard for the blue team the longer this game goes.
Washburne has Ripwave warheads.
And he's at 11 range, so yeah, that's good for the mid, but next back, I'm not sure if red team saw that, whether they'll be getting force field or PDD or not. Boomer
Yeah.
slowly working up. He does have Brood Lord and Corruptor now, but only 275 energy, so he can't really get much of them out.
Yeah, Thomas has 5 armor, but OGKush only has 1.
And so it looks like blue is kind of just going for a very solid contain without really hoping to make any big kill play at this point. Which I guess makes sense, but you know, it's kind of interesting that you have like ZDM going thermal against 3 support, yeah? Like, I can't imagine he's going to be expecting to get very many lances off with the amount of deny on the other team.
Yeah, because you have no energy now.
Yeah, Azuleye didn't even pick up lockdown. He's the only ship with the capacity to get denial.
Yeah, he just has 5 missiles.
So basically, if red team were to kill Azuleye, there would be 0 deny from the entire blue team. And right now, Kurtis actually cannot be denied at all. He is just a free energy overlord, and that's generally, I think that's pretty dangerous with the Arbiter.
Yeah, overlords can become very strong with the side blast. Yeah,
because CRAKSHOTT, you know, if this does manage to get to the late game, or even the mid-late game, CRAKSHOTT with Kurtis is just going to be a really big threat, especially for like Boomer. Now, red team does have to get there, right? And right now, you know, they don't have force field and they don't have PDD. So right now they don't really have a good way of dealing with the missiles right now. And so this is kind of the chance for blue team.
Because they can deny Azul, and then they have PDDs and force fields.
Yeah, they just have to get there, Predator. Yeah? And the problem is right now they're down 400 farm, and so if blue team manages to pick off a ship like Thomas or Kurtis, that's going to be a really big loss for the red team. At that point it becomes really just increasingly hard for them to kind of get out of the hole they're in right now. So I'm not really sure I'm on board with this no support composition from the blue team. It seems kind of risky to me.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe to try to get a kill early on.
But it's like they didn't even really build for an early game kill, as far as I could tell. Oh, I mean, actually they kind of did with Dana's Barrage and ZDM's Thermal Lance. Maybe that's what they were going for.
They didn't execute, right? Boomer has asked, right?
Yeah, this is a point where red team needs to be really careful because, yeah, Boomer is coming out with Corrosive, and if his team was on him and he managed to get on Thomas, that could have been a kill right there. But blue team needed to come out a little bit better. Instead, they kind of came out...
Yeah, Alpha has health regeneration.
Like, this is when they want to be getting their kill, right? I mean, it's like right now is when they want to be killing something. And they're getting some damage on CRAKSHOTT, they're getting some damage on Predator, but all their damage is spread out. And so, they're not going to get a kill right now, I don't think. And if they don't get a kill right now, they're kind of counting, really, on kind of an infinite contain, I guess.
Maybe they were trying to go Broods late game or something?
Well, of course they're trying to go Broods late game. Like, I mean, if Boomer wanted to win with Scourges, he would already have them. He's planning on Broods to be the game winner here. But Broods is kind of a slow way to win. And right now, you know, red team is only down 300 farm, and they have a much stronger late game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they just needed to get ahead of the farm. But it's going to be hard for them to get a kill because Ghost has defensive matrix.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of ships are just getting a little bit out of position, and they, you know, they have two tanks,
and he's low.
But there's not a lot of ways for them to actually cover Boomer. Well, I guess they have Tex, and so yeah, Dana will avoid any risk of an actual kill here. Ooh, Tex actually a little bit low. Honestly, I think blue team should have turned and tried to pick off Crack right there. That would have been...
Yeah, but two of their guys are really low.
Honestly, if blue team traded a tank for CRAKSHOTT right now, I think that'd be worth it. I think getting rid of the Arbiter and that late game potential would be worth a tank in this situation. You know, I would trade either ZDM or OGKush. Either one would be fine. As long as you don't lose both, right?
Yeah. Because you want to get rid of the energy denial for late game.
Yeah, and so this is another point where red team basically is going to be almost even on farm with a much stronger late game composition.
Also, if they can end up killing Kurtis, that would be very helpful. Because that's the one ship that they can't deny with the lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, if blue team picks off Kurtis or CRAKSHOTT, I think they'll be a lot better off than they are right now. And here they're finally coming in with a warp trick, but where's the rest of the team? There's the Colossus coming in, but he's going to be too slow to catch anything here. Yeah, blue team has kind of an aggression, a composition built around coordination and spontaneous aggression, and they are not really coordinated enough to do it, to make this composition work. It's not that the composition is unworkable, it's just that they need to be a little bit more coordinated to make it work.
Mines. Kurtis has 13 range on his side blast.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get up there. And,
yeah, the range on the side blast is what can change the game.
You know, if Crack picks up, you know, once Crack picks up Cloak, in my opinion, it's gonna be...
Yeah, it's gonna be over, because they only have Scan.
Yeah, and Scan is not really ideal for countering Arbiter Cloak. I mean, Lockdown is really the better solution, but even that can be kind of risky to pull off.
Yeah. The blue team keeps getting double flagged, which is hurting them.
And Azul isn't getting energy anyway, so there's no chance of anyone on the red team being denied right now, because Azul is still on missiles.
Yeah.
And I think that's a mistake. Like, they need to be telling Azul.
Yeah,
I know that Azul is coming back from kind of a break. Like, he hasn't played much recently. Or maybe if he has, he's only been playing on EU, so he might have been playing more than I think he has. But I think they need to be telling Azul to get on lockdown, because they're going to need lockdown to really deal any damage to... That's kind of funny, Thomas doesn't even have protective field.
Yeah.
But his protective field would be undeniable right now. It's like he hasn't even picked up yet that there is no denial from the blue team. Meanwhile, Kurtis just has an undeniable 2,000 damage that he can drop on anyone at any time.
Yeah, Overlords are strong because once they have a lot of range, if the frigate shields go down, they're gonna die in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And once the Overlord gets enough, then he can two-shot just the frigate. And they end up having so much damage late game.
Yeah, so Ghost still hasn't picked up PDD, but he does now have Blackout. So it's actually, and Crack doesn't have Cloak, but he has picked up Stasis, which we're saying right
Stasis
here. Against ZDM, who has full shields, but has been flagged down.
Oh, Boomer's hurt. Boomer's hurt. He's getting chased down.
This is a very static situation.
Boomer should die right now.
And there's a pretty good chance that will happen. And then they might also pick up ZDM. The question is, will Red Team end up losing something in return?
Yeah, will Thomas die?
And yeah, Thomas might die here. Oh, yep. ZDM goes down. And this is what I'm saying, like, they should have traded something for the Arbiter before the Arbiter develops. They might get Kurtis now, though. Actually, yeah, it looks like they're gonna get Kurtis.
Oh,
and
no,
Thomas. Oh, wait! Oh, the Blackout saved them!
Yeah, that was a good Blackout.
Alpha needs to keep backing off, man. I don't agree with this turning back in. This seems greedy to me. Oh. Yeah, they needed to trade for the Arbiter in that first back. You know, they needed to pick off something 10 minutes ago. Now, they did get rid of Thomas, but that is not a very good trade because ZDM was super farmed, and so Blue lost pretty
Yeah,
much
that was
all
a
of
really
their lead.
bad trade. And
Yeah.
again, it was 2-for-1, which is terrible.
But it was also 500, or actually 600 farm for 200 farm.
Just about, yeah. Alpha still has 1 tank because of the Leviathan. And the Leviathan is 500, which is plenty.
Yeah. Although, I mean, he put a lot of it into Bile. He's more of a bruiser Leviathan than a super tanky Leviathan, but even a mostly bruiser Leviathan is tanky enough for what the red team needs right now, since they have Matrix, Blackout, and Stasis to pick something off. And so
the
now,
support's
I
the
mean,
game changer.
yeah, finally Azul has lockdown, and scan even. So that finally happened, but that needed to happen like 5-10 minutes ago, in my mind.
OGKush has 12 Gatling though.
And Wash has gone pretty much pure into rockets, which is still fine because red team has not yet picked up any hard deny for rockets. Yeah, Crack picked up Cloak, which is going to allow him to just kind of infinitely protect towers. I mean, I feel like this is pretty lost for the blue team, but, I mean, they still have enough damage potential on Washburne that they can maybe make something happen.
Kurtis has 2,000 damage on his side left. But he can't do much to OGKush when he has the defensive matrix.
I mean, if Crack gets on Kurtis and Kurtis just goes up and starts hitting Azul, there's literally nothing the blue team can do except Vortex. Ooh.
CRAKSHOTT does have Cloak though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if Crack gets Cloak, like, as soon as Crack gets even more fed and gets boost, there's going to be really no stopping the Arbiter Overlord combination.
Alpha still does need Frenzy though. If Alpha had Frenzy, he could have killed Azul right there.
I mean, maybe, but he was already getting, he was still already out of energy just from Rapid and Acid.
Yeah.
But he'll have Frenzy.
The red team just constantly denies Azul, then there's no way that they can win.
Nine scouts on Dana, but I don't think, even though they don't have PDD or Force Field yet, I still don't think that's going to be enough to pick off CRAKSHOTT, which is who they would have to kill right now. Like, they have to kill CRAKSHOTT first, because otherwise CRAKSHOTT will cloak anyone that gets low. Yeah, exactly. OG has 15-second protective field cooldown and 9 armor, so he's pretty tanky, but there's enough, I feel like there's enough damage output to make it a little bit messy. Oh, he doesn't have, he does have cover. Yeah, he does have cover, but it's still not enough to cover Dana here.
Yeah.
Cover does not provide enough cover.
Apparently.
And so yeah, like when you go no support, it's viable, but you need to be really coordinated because what cover or what support does is it it's forgiveness, right? If one of your ships gets a little bit out of position, you can still make it work.
They save them.
And blue team just didn't have the coordination to really make this particular composition work. And so yeah, I think that I think that blue team could GG out at this point without really
having to worry about winning. The game's over. Top 3 players on red have more farm than all the top 3 players on blue right now. Kurtis has 625 energy, so he can pretty much constantly side left.
Yeah, Predator isn't super fed, but in another 1200 farm, he's going to have enough energy to just pretty much keep OGKush on perpetual lockdown.
Yeah, he's doing good with his lockdown. He still has 9 missiles, which still hurts the blue team a lot. Because they can't deny the missiles.
Yeah, and so we finally have PDD from Ghost, which means that pretty much
the missiles are useless.
About 70% of blue team's damage output is now erratic.
Yeah, once they get force fields too, the game's over.
Let's see what Crack picks up right now. He has 1200 farms, so he can get whatever he wants.
Kurtis is 2,500 damage now on Side Blast.
Still has 1000 farm. Hallucination Phantom. Warp.
Yeah, and Chrono.
And I think everything else was just in the energy, so he's up to 600 energy with 5 spells.
Yeah, Kurtis is about to pick off OGKush. He just siphons and Side Blast.
Oh yeah, if it warped onto Kurtis, he could have chronoed. And now we're having a lag spike from Thomas.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he drops.
And I'm kind of surprised Kurtis backed off there.
Yeah, that should have been a kill.
But it's like, really, Kurtis has no incentive to play at all aggressive right now. I mean, he can kill them, or he can not kill them. No rush. Like, the longer this game goes, the easier it gets for him and Crack. Like, if he doesn't kill OGKush now, we'll just kill him later.
Yeah, they can't do anything to Kurtis. He's gonna win.
I mean, even if they get siege and try to just super defend their base, they can just walk in and black out and stasis anything they want.
Yeah, the game is pretty much over. They have all the support, and blue just decided to skip support. Oh, they're trying to take out the battle station really quick.
Oh yeah, I mean, but they're not in a rush. They don't need to get it.
Yeah. Even if Kurtis gets low, they just defensive matrix them in.
Is Wash? I want to see Wash like fusion this hallucination. No, not quite.
Oh, he just wasted a nuke on the hallucination.
Oh yeah, Azul wasted a nuke.
Yeah, he hurt himself from that.
Yep.
It's the only thing he did.
And there's enough hallucinations now that Wash can't even get off a clean fusion.
Now he uses his game.
Yeah, and here comes
that's a nice
nuke on a full life or a shielded PC.
With defensive matrix.
Now, the BC nuke now has blackout on it.
Does it really? That's
I think so.
really nice.
And so what I'm wondering is whether the frigate also needs some sort of lockdown or imp on its fusion.
Yeah.
Because 6,000 damage really just becomes irrelevant after about 25 minutes. I mean, not wholly irrelevant if you have 2 of them. But,
yeah, Kurtis is at 1,000 farms, so when he ups, he's gonna have a lot. He's 1,100 minerals right now.
Yeah, and well, Crack has actually only got 300 there. The rest of them are kind of underfed. Or not underfed, but not rich right now. But Kurtis has more than enough feed to come back with...
Yeah, but they only need Kurtis to win. Kurtis is the only one that they need, really. I mean, the support helps him stay alive, but he can probably kill all 3 of them. Because the frigate can't stand Novi. Frigate's always gonna lose in a 1 versus 1 situation.
And this isn't even a 1 versus 1. I mean, it's Arbiter plus Overlord, which is one of the strongest combinations.
Yeah,
Because it's pretty much undeniable,
I don't
right?
know how they're still alive.
They're still alive because Red Team just is not in a rush about, you know, accelerating the end of the game here. They're just taking it easy.
Yeah, they just need to farm up. Once they take out the towers, though, that'll be the deciding factor.
They're kind of just on autopilot now. They're like, okay, this game is won. We don't really need to do anything fancy. Although the appeal of cover is now visible, because I'm pretty sure that Kurtis is actually aiming at Azul.
That's a nice stasis.
Yeah.
That was a good stasis. And the BC's dead.
Yep.
That's game right there.
Well, I mean, it was game 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
But now it is extra game. Now it is time for the actual GGs.
Yep, it's over.
GG. Well, thank you for commenting on this game with me.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream here.